All right, look, let's get on to our next talking point, and it's about Mikel Arteta.
Yes.
Is he elite or is he a bottle job?
He's elite.
See, look, there you go. That's the issue with the question. It's like you have to be either 10 out of 10 or he's 1 out of 10. No, he's probably either a 9 or an 8 right now. Yeah. So
Okay.
he's not Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp. They're proving themselves. But for him to win a title this year, if he does win a title, because we've not done it yet, but people don't realize how crazy that might be.
It is.
Klopp is. If you talk about the top 10 Premier League managers of all time, Pep and Klopp make that. Pep might be number 1. If you beat number 1 to a title as in your first ever job, that's not like a normal thing to do. You know, people talk about Xavi Alonso doing it at Leverkusen and stuff, but the Premier League's the hardest league in the world. We've seen it with the best managers in the world, with the most money spent as well, with the 2 greatest potentially of all time, or 2 of the greatest at least. It's crazy. So no, he's not a bottle job. Is he elite? Yes, of course he is. You have to be an elite coach to go toe to toe with Pep. But is he the best in the league right now? No, of course not.
I think people need to put some respect on Mikel Arteta's name and stop associating him with bottle job and all these other things. Because what he has shown you is that he's been able to take a team that was finishing 8th, that wasn't in the Champions League, built them from the ground up, brought in the tools and built up all these players to a point where we now to the point now where we're competing against the 2 best teams in the Premier League. And of course, if he wins the league this season, he'll still be the youngest ever Premier League manager to win a league title. So Mikel Arteta, I think he's getting harshly judged based on the fact that it's Arsenal.
No,
and when you put it in perspective to how Pochettino was judged or how other people are judged in their jobs, I don't see Mikel Arteta getting half the praise that some of these managers have gotten that didn't win anything.
I think people are surprised to see Arteta at this stage. Because a lot of you guys, a couple of years ago, he's gone by now. He's not as good. Conte was better.
But when you look at it, why
Mourinho was better, Conte was better.
Why do you not fall apart every April?
I think it's not
going
fall
for the
apart.
top 4, fell apart.
It's
last
fatigue.
year fell apart.
Right, so you say fell apart, right? Last year we fell apart. We won 1 game out of 5 in April.
Yeah.
Season before as well. Season before as well.
Yeah, so season before as well.
This year we draw 1, lose 2.
In April in the league we've won 4 out of 5. So is that falling apart to you guys?
Also fell apart against Bayern
We fell short. Falling apart is, a calamity.
Also,
You
the
lose
signs
5-1
were there against Aston Villa. I think you were pretty lucky
teams
that you
lose games on time.
Yeah,
Liverpool
but
did it against.
I don't think your levels. I don't think your levels in the
Crystal
past
Palace.
5 games have been anywhere close to what you were showing in January.
When you get to
February,
this stage of the
around
season,
that time.
Did you not see the Chelsea game yesterday?
No, I didn't actually.
Did you not see it?
They could have been drawing at half time.
I don't expect Arsenal to be performing at 6-0 basis at this business end. Right now, it's just about getting over the line. So you'll get more performances like Wolves, where you're just playing a 6 out of 10 performance and you get over the line. That's what City do most of the years. They don't play every game.
If Wolves have their attacking talents on the pitch fully fit and stuff, I think they could have taken points off you that game.
Yeah, but
and you know
the way you
something?
played.
If we had our fully fit team, we would have won the league last year. Anyone can say whatever. They're all hypotheticals. The main thing is Mikel Arteta. At this point, he's not going to prove any of you guys anything until he wins, because clearly people have made up their mind about him, and they made up their mind about
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
That's what Arsenal fans have been chucking at Spurs, right? And when we won under Pochettino, so obviously that's the standard you hold yourselves to, isn't it?
Your question was, is Arteta elite?
So he's a
bottle
baller.
job? He's elite.
Arteta's elite.
Mikel Arteta's elite for sure.
Can you be elite without winning anything?
No. You can be elite if you're fighting Pep Guardiola for a title. That's when you're elite.
And
that guy is not normal. I'll tell you right now, he is not normal. So if you're fighting the greatest manager of all time in your first ever job in the title, you're elite.
You got to win something to be elite. Forget
Guys,
fighting.
are we forgetting that he's fighting against not only Pep but Klopp, 2 managers who, when he was still a player, were managers and already doing this consistently for years. What Mikel Arteta is doing in his first job at Arsenal. Don't forget, this is his first job in football as a manager. Surely you guys have to admit that
he hasn't got over
it's
the line yet.
No, but not getting over the line doesn't not make you elite.
For you in the league of managers right now, what is he ranked? Third?
Where does he rank right now in the league of managers?
They're going to probably put Unai Emery ahead of him and some other people.
Unai Emery for sure ahead of him.
So 4th.
Why wouldn't he be ahead of him?
I personally think Mikel Arteta and how he...
On what basis?
I think...
Unai has all these trophies ahead of him.
1 second.
Because he has more time with him.
I think managers can have more experience and have a better history in managing, but at this moment in time, you can see by how they play and how they set up their teams and how they implement their style that they're a better manager at that moment in time. So, for example, if we were to compare Arteta to Conte right now, even though Conte is not managing, you would not tell me because of his history he's a better manager than Arteta.
So does Zerbi be better than Arteta because he's got Brighton playing just as good football in a lower position?
But why
exactly? Why did it make him better?
No, I think Arteta is better
because he's showing it. He's implementing
I'll give you
it.
Good questions. So Spurs this season, Pochettino don't work out, right? And you missed out of the top 4. And next year you got 2 managers you can get. You can get Unai Emery or Mikel Arteta. If you take the bias aside, you're going for Mikel Arteta. And you know it's true. But it depends. It all depends on what you want.
Unai Emery and you gave Unai Emery the same leeway that you gave
Unai Emery had to go. He had to go because he lost the dressing room.
No, not in the dressing room. I think he's a very good coach.
The dressing room.
Some managers
is not
suit
the dressing room that you wanted there.
When Emery was at Arsenal, I said he suited more than Everton. Why do you think he worked so well at Villarreal, worked so well at Aston Villa, but goes to PSG and flops? Goes to Arsenal and flops. At the big clubs, you have to play a certain style of football. And at Villa, you can be a bit more pragmatic and it works out. At Arsenal, you can't, right? If you're going to fight City for a title of a 38-game season. So, in terms of Arteta's ability to coach a side to compete for a title in the Premier League, he's a better manager than Unai Emery.
And Unai Emery just didn't breed confidence.
But is he always... until he gets over the line, he's just going to be branded as a nearly man.
You know what? That's true.
Like Pochettino is right now.
He's a nearly
that's
man.
True.
And I think that you can go 2 ways. I think Poch was a bit unlucky at the club he was at. Didn't get no money. Where Arteta's benefited, he's got money. And that's why I'm not got much doubt that in this season or next season, Arsenal are going to have...
Yeah.
You can't exactly call him elite until he does do that.
I think
one second. At this moment in time, the way that the greatest managers in football, like we face Bayern, they respect us to a certain degree. We face Man City, you see the respect they show us. When we face all these other top managers, the way they set up shows me that they respect our manager and he's considered one of the top managers. The way that they speak about them, I see Pochettino speak about him. I see all these other guys speak about him.
We have teams setting up for us differently.
I'm talking about how they
that's fair, but
approach it.
If you classify Pep as maybe the best of all time, first or second at least, Mikel is currently above him.
In the league, yeah.
Mikel in the league's currently above him. So what do you think that makes Mikel Arteta?
Sorry, he's above who?
He's above Pep right now in the league.
With 2 games in hand, doesn't mean anything.
Right now he's above him. This is the greatest manager of all time, by the way. Better than
2 games in hand. And if he wins both, he'll be below them.
So where do you put him?
Nothing matters until the end of the season.
So if he's not elite, where'd you put him?
He's below elite.
So he's in the category of other managers that
he's a very good manager.
So do you think he's in the same category as Pochettino?
He's in the same category as Pochettino.
Is he in the same category as Pochettino?
How is he in the same category as Pochettino?
Why not? Pochettino's Spurs have done the exact same thing as Mikel Arteta's Arsenal.
They have.
Okay.
In fact, I can make a very good argument that Pochettino's Spurs is better than Arteta's Arsenal.
In what way?
Well, in the same time frame that Arteta's had at Arsenal, Poch had 3 top 4 finishes. Arteta's had 2? He had a Champions League final. He's had a higher points total. His highest points total was higher than Arteta's highest point total in the same time frame, and he had a fraction of the budget that Arteta had.
And also, what you're going to say is the FA Cup win, which he won with Unai Emery's team. Yeah?
No. But 1 second, if you're gonna discredit him for Unai Emery's team, are you also going to take away the 2 8 finishes because it's Unai Emery's team that finished 8 twice?
I'm not discrediting him for the FA Cup. I'm not doing that.
The same time frame that Arteta's had Arsenal, that's what Poch achieved.
You never had to fight City for a title. You weren't even that category. You fought Leicester
Conte's Chelsea got more points than what City got last season.
You fought
City
Leicester
won a treble last year,
and you couldn't get over the line. Right.
By the way, the only team that were top during that season, you were top. Not us.
Of course we weren't. We weren't elite either. But Pochettino's Spurs, the one you're hyping up right now, is
in December, January, you were top of the league in that season.
No, we were. But the one you're hyping up right now with the 86 points, that was the season. Was the season after?
No, it was the season after.
Where did you finish? Second again?
Second.
Yeah. So the point is,
Conte's Chelsea.
Look, you are a good side for sure, but the league was different back then. There was no Pep.
No, Conte's Chelsea. Conte's Chelsea got
it was the beginning
of
Pep. Yeah.
It was a pre-Pep era.
Conte's Chelsea got more points than Pep's team last season. So that was the highest points total we had to chase to get to fight for the title. So it was actually a harder title to win.
Yeah.
You know what? The first title after a long drought like the way that we've had right now is always going to be difficult. And until we get that, I get why there's a level of speculation over if we can get it done or not. But to me, from what I'm witnessing right now, even if we don't do it this year, I think we will do it this year. But even if we don't do it this year, this team is only getting better, and I think we're here no matter what next season. And you guys know that, and everybody knows that.
Until we weren't.
Yeah, but you were not fighting Klopp and Pep at the same time at their peaks. You weren't. That's the reality. You were fighting Rodgers, maybe, or Conte.
We did. We ended
not
up
really
fighting
Klopp.
Klopp.
You haven't really
think-
fought Klopp at his peak,
So,
though, have you?
We're fighting him right now.
Right now, this isn't the best
no, it's
Liverpool
not.
team you've
Probably
seen.
not, but we
and
can't,
last
we can't
season,
change the fact that
where did
Arsenal
Liverpool
has a bit
finish
difference
last
to theirs.
season?
But Pep's
Fifth.
team is.
Exactly, it's not the best Liverpool side, is
A
it?
treble-winning Pep side.
Yeah.
It's got Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne. And if you think us going toe-to-toe with that team and getting 4 points out of 6 against them in the season is an elite, then I don't know.
Hey, all I know is Sunday. If we beat you guys Sunday, you guys are basically helping us win the league.
And if we beat you, we're stopping you from winning the league.
I don't know if you guys are capable of that.